Ladies and gentlemen, hello, and you are watching TTV News, some latest events in the province, and now coming to details. Ladies and gentlemen, TayNinhTV Party Comedy Propaganda and Training Department collaborated with the Naval Technical College Naval Service in the morning of July 26 to organize a news coverage on the situation of the sea and islands, as well as the rotation of maritime sovereignty islands in the first 6 months of the year. Ms. Nguyễn Thị Xuân Hương, member of the Bronze Party Committee, Standing Committee, and head of the Bronze Party Comedy Propaganda and Training Department, as well as Lieutenant Colonel Hà Văn Hậu, Deputy Political Commissioner of the Naval Technical College, attended the meeting.
At the conference, Colonel Hà Văn Hậu informed about the position, role and importance of sea and Iceland for the cause of national construction and defense, the current situation on the seas of our country, work context and activities of some countries in the sea, the viewpoints of our party and state, and a number of guidelines, solutions, and struggles to protect the country's sovereignty over sea and Iceland, law of the Sea of Vietnam, marine resources, and the state management of seas and Iceland, reports on the results of the protection of sovereignty over seas and Iceland recently, thereby providing information for reporters, carriers, party members, and people to understand the party's guidelines, policies, and laws of the state on sea and Iceland, join hands to maintain maritime sovereignty, self-rest Iceland of the fatherland. At the same time, through the conference, it was timely to orient and overcome distorted ideas in perception, fight against distorting and inciting statements of hostile forces about the situation of seas and Iceland in the sea currently. This is an activity to conduct and effectively implement the coordination program between the Party Committee of the Navy and TayNinhTV Provincial Party Committee, and radically celebrate the 75th anniversary of Invalid's and Martyrs' Day on July 27.
On July 26, Mr. Lê Minh Thế, member of the Standing Committee of the Bronze Party Committee, Secretary of the TayNinhTV City Party Committee, and local leaders visited policy family and people with meritorious service in Ninja War and Bình Commune.
The delegation visited with good heart, expressed gratitude for the dedication and loss of families to the revolutionary cause, and gave each family a gift and 1 million Vietnam đồng in cash. It is hoped that the families will continue to promote their traditions, actively participate in local activities, and contribute to the development of their homeland. On July 26, TayNinhTV Police Youth Union coordinated with Phan Camille Youth Union in Yum Châu High School to visit and give gifts to policy families, disadvantaged people, and students overcoming difficulties studying well in Phan Camille Yum Châu District. Specifically, the delegation visited and gave 10 gifts to policy families, 50 gifts for people in need, 27 gifts and 27 insurance cards for students who overcome difficulties and study well. It is noted this is an annual activity maintained by TayNinhTV Police Youth Union on the occasion of July 27 every year in order to educate the tradition of drinking water, remembering the source for the young generation of union members.
Turn to other news. On July 26, Mr. Nguyễn Tấn Tài, Director of TayNinhTV Department of Transport, chaired a conference to implement regulation on sanctioning administrative violation and signed a commitment to control vehicle laws for business and organizations and individuals in the province.
The conference was held with the participation of businesses in the province operating in the following fields: mineral extraction, road bridge business, construction contractors in the province. Mr. Nguyễn Tấn Tài said, currently, there is a risk of recurrence of overloaded goods, especially vehicles carrying construction materials, sand and soil in the area of construction material mines in the districts including Yum Châu, Tân Châu, Trang Bang Town, and means of transport of goods from the border gate, industrial parks, the risk of causing traffic insecurity, along with the direction of inspection and strictly handling violations according to regulations. The Department of Transport continues to pay attention to the propaganda and education of the law. At the conference, the Department of Natural Resources and Environment, the Traffic Construction Project Management Board, deploy and master the contents of vehicle load control for businesses, organizations, and individuals. Then Transport Inspector implements sanctions regulations in the control of vehicle loads. The implementation of regulations on sanctioning administrative violations and signing of commitments to control vehicle loads is one of the practical activities of legal propaganda, dissemination, and education. On July 25th, Hoa Thanh Township and Trường Đông Commune held their welcome ceremony for volunteer students from Faculty of Social Sciences and Communication, Văn Hiến University, Ho Chi Minh City to join the Green Summer campaign in the locality. During 7 days of participating in the campaign, more than 30 volunteers will join with local youth union members and youth to organize many projects and tasks such as implementing the project Green, Clean and Beautiful School, mural paintings, activities to visit and give gifts to policy families, people and disadvantaged children, and cultural and artistic exchanges. On this occasion, Hoa Thanh Youth Union Town, Trường Đông Commune Party Committee, and TayNinhTV Community Limited gave gifts to volunteer students, which the volunteers will have memorable summer days in the locality.
Continuing the good tradition of drinking water, remembering the soul over the year, besides maintaining security and order, TayNinhTV Public Security has also done a good job in repaying restitute taking care of rooted, soldier and martyr families who contributed to the revolution, thereby educating others and soldiers, especially the young generation, about the revolutionary tradition. Restitute seeing it as the responsibility and morality of each officer and soldier of the TayNinhTV Public Security.
From 2020 up to now, the Provincial Police Women's Union regularly organized visits to Vietnamese hero models Lê Thị Hai and Phạm Thị Ánh. Periodically, on the 27th of every month, the Women's Union organized a delegation to visit models. During the visits, the association also organized meals for the Vietnamese models to take away the sadness. With gratitude and responsibility, gratitude activities are always concerned and directed by the Provincial Party Committee and Board of Directorate. The Provincial Police have regularly coordinated with the Provincial Departments of Labor, Work Invalids and Social Affairs and the Provincial Social Insurance to direct and guide the police of units, districts, towns and cities to coordinate with functional authorities to collect information, verify conclusions and propose competent authorities to handle the implementation of regimes and policies towards people with meritorious services. From 2017 until the present, 29 cases have been presented from persons who have made significant contributions to the revolution. There is one example of martyr recognition and one case of martyr recognition is being considered. Provincial police and police from districts, towns and cities organize meetings, visit and give gifts to people who have rendered meritorious service to the revolution. Families who have rendered meritorious service to the revolution, family members of martyrs, retired police officers, war invalids, and sick soldiers of the People's Public Security, totaling nearly 2.8 billion Việt Nam đồng. Furthermore, TayNinhTV Police responded quickly to approximately 800 instances totaling more than 3.5 billion Việt Nam đồng. Mobilized commanders, troops, and sponsors to contribute over 2 billion Việt Nam đồng to the construction of 27 new dwellings and the restoration of 6 houses for injured soldiers and relatives of martyrs. In addition, the provincial police are responsible for 2 Vietnamese heroic martyrs, as well as visiting and encouraging injured police personnel and families of police officers who die while on duty on a regular basis. It must be stated that the Board of Directorate is very concerned about living conditions in all aspects, as it has been a tradition since time immemorial for officials about retired. The Board of Directorate is very interested. Last conference, Small conferences and other times are invited to visit each other's house, meet and encourage. And I must say that this must be very grateful board of directorate as well as party committee of the Provincial Public Security. In these days of July, I myself and fellow members of the provincial police in particular and the youth of the whole country in general always feel proud and always grateful to the heroes and martyrs who sacrificed their youth and blood to protect the peace and independence of the nation. Living in a peaceful environment today, we vow to strive, study and work well. During the 75th anniversary of Invalid's and Martyrs' Day in July, officers and soldiers of the provincial police participated in a variety of meaningful activities, including organizing visits to give gifts, new construction and repairing of houses, organizing visits to cemeteries, lighting candles to pay tribute to heroes and martyrs. Officers and soldiers of the police department resolve to conduct greater job in repaying thanks to those who have given their blood for the fatherland independence and freedom, for the peaceful existence and for the happiness of the people.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's all for today TTV News. Thank you for watching and see you next time.